John D. Gina. I think they're trying to play a game with me. I think they think as long as they're between these poles, they're alright. Yeah. Again. But they're justified. What happens when somebody pulls in here and blocks them? Yeah. Then what? They drive across the sidewalk or something? Yeah, I don't get it. It's got the blue. It's got the blue stuff, guys. It's got the blue stuff. Don't you? Just gotta make sure that windshield's clean. We started early for the city meeting. I don't think I'm staying through the whole city meeting anyway. Let's give the mayor some promotion. Keeps his town about as clean as he keeps his truck, guys. That's pretty much it. A pigsty. But if you want any information, all you gotta do is track down the mayor's truck. And he's got everything displayed here for you to see. Right? Yeah. Seems a hot mess. He's been busy guy. That mayor of ours. Nice and sunny. What's up, Jason? Good to see you, bro. I think we got a back door here. Sheriff's Department. So for you guys that caught the last one at the Sheriff's Department, see if I can get you guys an update here. last live I did over here, I had that canine in the back of this car. And I was like, why the hell? Yeah, the canine shoved in the back of this car. It was this car, if you guys remember that stream. And the canine was in the back of here. Just kind of hanging loose. So, we got this one off the road. This one's parked now. And the canine's in the SUV like this now, with the proper cages and stuff. So, it actually looks a lot like this one right here. It's out in the street right now. But yeah, we got our canine in an actual canine unit, so it can safely be transported around. Ole! Come on, Jason, sing with me. Ole, 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 ole. Happy fuck the cops day. Yeah. We're just hanging out though, guys. We got the meeting starts at 6. Figured I started a little early. City of Walsenburg. Yeah, old deputy, he is a schmuck. I just seen him a little bit ago. He's shifted right now. Out here working. I think these two vehicles are on the agenda. I think it's these two. I think that white one right there and this white one right here, I think are on the agenda. I could be wrong about that. But they're only like a couple years apart. Chief, are these the ones on the agenda tonight? No? They're different ones? Oh, these ain't it. So, these are old news, I suppose. So, yeah, old news. There's the chief right there. He don't care. This is parked on sidewalk. That's okay. Yeah, happy birthday, John Eagle. Like all these no parking signs don't mean nothing to a cop, guys. They will do what they want. Because this parking sign doesn't mean for this vehicle, is what they told me. Because that's a traffic infraction. But what do I know, right? But there's nowhere else to park, guys, except on the sidewalk. I don't know how many times we have to go through it with these guys. They're kind of hard-headed. They don't own the sidewalk. And if they're too lazy to walk from there to there, isn't that an issue? For real? Like, let's just look at the parking situation. That's great, dude. What's up, ATL? Angie Burks. I got thrown out of this meeting last time I went. These guys threw me out. So, see if I get thrown out this time. Or if they learn their lesson last time. Yeah. There's no recording in this building, guys. This guy will claim it's harassment. So. Chimichanga. What's up, Chimmy? Hey, Buzz, thanks for watching. Need some permission, guys. We need some permissions. Got our green grass. It's coming along. One of these days we'll have to do like a little walking tour around the town here. Check out all the storefronts and such. You know what I mean? Later, bud. Yeah, Colorado. That's a Safeway right there. 6th and Albert Street. That's Main Street right up there. Definitely need to do a live walking tour sometime. You got some clouds in the sky over there. It's nice and sunny over here. What's up, John Tracy? Oh, we're just going into the city meeting here in a few minutes. Checking it out. The one they threw me out of last time. Just want to check if they're stupid enough to do it again. Because there's no recording in there. No audio or video recording is allowed in there. So, can't record your city meetings here. It's against the rules. It's against the rules. People are starting to fill in there. Yeah, that's about what you gotta do, Jimmy. One way to get anything done around here. You know? You guys think you're ready to head in? Head in, catch our seat. See how this city meeting goes, right, guys? Go check it out. I don't know who's goofier, this guy or the mayor, but we'll find out today. Oh yeah. I'm gonna hit this little drinking fountain here, guys. Alright. Now we're in bed. Let's go catch us a seat. Let's take a walk down the hallway. It's a long way. Takes all day. I want to say it. What's up, Charles? How you doing? Take this back here for now. Is all right?
So they're gonna be improving the bills before the church. So that say where it's coming from. Okay, before the check. Chief, I got me and one more. Okay. Did you get one more? You want me to get another one? You get another one? Yeah.
We got a few things on the agenda today.
they, even if they get two, they can just close it again.
Carl?
3960 is the total, Gary?
Yeah.
That's the total total.
I glanced,
They wouldn't take the sales tax off if I paid it. So, and this is cleaner this way anyway. Check. That's a lower one.
Oh, okay. No,
Appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for the thumbs up. We're just freehanding it today. I doubt I'm staying for the whole meeting. I'm not sure. Last time they threw me out in the middle of the meeting. So, that guy right there did. So we'll see how tonight goes. But yeah, we appreciate those thumbs up. Appreciate those shares. And thanks for watching. We're gonna send it back here. Shouldn't be too many people show up tonight. A lot of them will be on that Zoom. So one of the Zoom setup up here. Anybody who wants to watch from the Zoom. Zoom workplace is set up. You guys can feel free to hop on there. It looks something like that. If it gets too full in here, I'll just move right over there. Sit next to my buddies. This building. They're not allowed. But don't tell nobody, guys. Don't let them know I stuck my phone in here. On that we're live streaming. Don't snitch on me. Last time I got kicked out. Crap. Don't tell nobody. Very, very quiet. What's up, Huntington? Good to see you. That's the holder.
Just asking.
It kinda is. Yeah, kinda is.
It just needs to be consistent. I hear it.
Everybody's starting to get here. They should be pledging allegiance to the flag here shortly.
Okay, I'd like to call the 6 p.m. meeting for August 19th to order. Roll call, please.
Ricky Jennings. I know he's there. John Martinez. Here. Fred Eckert. Here. Nick B. Hill. Here. Ronald Stafford. Here. Veronica May. Gary Manzani.
Here.
Ricky Jennings.
Stand for the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I entertain a motion to approve tonight's agenda. Got a motion by Nick Beal, second by Veronica May. Any additions, corrections? All in favor?
Hold on,
Go ahead.
so, there, I thought that we have to do any changes based on what Hyatt had said.
Between what's on our desk and what he had in here.
Yeah, I thought there was something on here that you said we couldn't. The
Say aye.
contract agreement and I believe the contract workers.
Mr. Hyatt, are you available?
So I just didn't know if we had to change on the agenda or.
Yes, I'm here.
We have a paper on our desk. Does it conflict with what's on the agenda, or are we good with the agenda?
I'm sorry, what do you have on your desk?
The thing about Spectrum,
The attorney
Charter-
privilege
charter
communication
communications.
that you sent us.
you have to have an ordinance.
Oh, that's my communication to you. No, you can proceed, it's just that on that one item, you can't do anything tonight except to direct me to prepare an ordinance, because any approval of franchise has to be by an ordinance.
Okay, and that's what that is, so we can look at it.
Yes.
Thank you. Anything else? Ron?
No, I just wanted to.
I appreciate that. I think we can look
I
at
had read it earlier, so.
it. All in favor? Opposed, hearing none, motion carried.
Ricky, are you there? No, okay. He's muted.
Consent.
I'm here.
There you go. Who's here? Okay. Consent agenda tonight is 3 with all farms, 1 cultivation license, marijuana cultivation license, and a manufacturing license. Medical marijuana, cultivation marijuana, and manufacturing license. There's been no issues, so we usually approve these on the consent agenda. Anything a motion to do so? I got a motion by Ronald Stafford, second by Nick DeHill. Any other comments? Questions? All in favor? Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Same as entertaining a motion for last meeting's minutes. I got a motion by Don Martinez, second by Nick DeHill. Additions, corrections? All in favor? Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Mr. Galusa, you're up. Do you have anything to add to your report?
So I would like to, talk about a couple of items in here. One of the items, actually it's not in here.
You only got 2 pages in there.
So, we have an issue that I kind of would like to get resolved, but I'm not sure, how to do it. But there's a memo that the utility billing has been using that says that wastewater rates shall be be divided into three components, and they're using the continue to charge the debt service and the repair replacement, even when the meter's turned off. With a, memo from the attorney with, this is not dated, but it was when Mr. Stillwell was administrator, it says, based on this analysis, and we got this from Carmen, because we should have had this. Based on this analysis, the city should not charge Ms. Lara or any other customer for water service during periods when the water meter is voluntarily turned off. So I just want a clarification from council that, we're not charging people these other fees. If they turn off the meter, we're just not charging them any water or sewer fees.
Well, there would be no reason to have your meter turned off if you're not gonna save the fees.
Right.
It would be the point, must leave it on if you're gonna charge. But I think the only thing I can see is there's a dormant meter fee. And that's that
after
$200 and the 25 and 25. That's the only thing I've seen in all the ordinances that covers off meter.
Just so, just clarification, we're all on the same page that there's no charge when a water meter is turned on. No
Yeah,
water
I
charge,
disagree
no
with
sewer
that
charge.
time. I didn't think, why turn it off if you're still gonna charge the same fee to me? Carmen?
Carmen Lara, the problem is that you have been charging us a fee now. So you've been charging me and everybody else, cause you got this little nice letter about 4 or 5 months ago saying that you will now be charged the fees even when your water meter is turned off. So I was working with Mr. Stillwell and he told me not to pay those fees, so I haven't. So I have like $100 and something balance that needs to be taken off. But other people have paid them. Those people need to be refunded. So you need to go back and see all of those. I should be listed as an irrigation tap, which they don't have me listed as. There is. Deanna says she's got irrigation tap users.
I read every ordinance, I cannot find an irrigation tap.
There
All I can find
it's
is
in 965.
Right?
It's like 10 point something or something like that. So anyway, the thing is that anybody, and that's what I was arguing with you and Mr. Harriman, that you cannot charge the fees. And Mr. Hyatt explains it in the letter. I thought you got a copy of it, but I'm not sure.
I thought he had emailed it out.
Yeah, so in it, what it says is that at the time the ordinance was written in 2008, which was 965, there was only one fee. There wasn't a breakdown of repair and maintenance and all that good stuff.
Right.
So, when we turned off the water, that was it. And then the dormant fee came up with ordinance 1038, which says that if you don't keep your meter active for 6 months, then it becomes dormant, you have to pay $200 to turn it back on. Now, what I've done in the past, and I'm sure a lot of people have done, is they coined it, and it's not in any ordinance or anything, a ghost fee. So, because it's only used for irrigation, I can't keep it on in the winter, or it'll freeze. And then we have big issues. So what was done in the office is I would come in and turn on a pretend fee for $25, which is the normal turn-on fee. And then it would be considered active for 6 more months. But I would always turn it on before, because, then I would water the garden and all of that. So my question, I guess, is for part of that, is that are you going to continue to do that? Because if not, that 6 month time frame is going to fall kind of weird to where I am going to have to turn the water on in the middle of winter and see if it freezes. So,
The only thing I see is that you should have to pay the $200 dormant fee. That's the only ordinance.
if we don't turn it on after 6 months,
But
but in
it
order
doesn't
to
address
not,
before 6 months. It doesn't address before 6 months.
it's a dormant fee after 6 months
Okay.
of non-use.
So then if you don't do the dormant fee, you gotta pay the regular fees every month.
That
That's the only
fee-
2 options I see.
No, that fee only comes into play if you don't turn the water meter on within
Can we
6
get
months.
clarification from Hyatt? Because Hyatt kind of spelled it out a whole lot different.
Go ahead, Nick, first, and then
Only,
Mr. Ryan.
only certain people got these special deals on meters. Not everybody got them.
That's not a special deal, it's that we can't. keep it
Other
on the
people
meter.
asked for it and they didn't get it,
Well,
Carmen.
they should've,
No, they didn't.
well, they
And I don't
should've.
think that's right either.
Well, no, I agree with you.
Well, a
Anybody
lot
who
of that,
turns
a
it
lot
off-
of that's the city's fault. I mean, we'll take our blame, but we gotta fix it and make it right. So,
I agree.
is that, you're good? Go ahead. So, what I think I hear Carmen saying is if she turns off her meter and then 4 months later she turns it back on and then turns it off, that starts that 6 months again. Then the dormant period starts when she goes through that on and off thing. Is that what you're saying?
Correct, that's what they've been doing since I've been here since 91. That's the way they've always done it. Their
Following-
office is the one that told me.
Following what ordinance? It does not follow an ordinance.
65.
I've read.
65, and then 1038, only, what I found out for 1038 is the only reason they did that was that when people turned off their water meter, sometimes when they were turned back on, the water meter was bad, so then, after the 6 months, they used that dormant fee to pay for a new water meter. That's what that was for, from all of the council meetings that I've gone back and had Mr. Colander print for me.
So why is this a wrong statement? If you do not turn it off for at least 6 months, if you turn it off for 6 months or more, you pay the $200 and 25 on and off, right?
That's
Do you
correct.
agree with that?
Yeah.
So if you turn it on before 6 months is up, why wouldn't you be subject to the monthly fees? That's how I read it.
Well, you would when you have it on,
No.
but the problem is,
What do
like
you pay, what do you pay when you have it off? You're saying nothing.
I don't pay anything, because according to
That's what I think is
Mr.
wrong.
Hyatt, he says the water's not flowing through the meter, so therefore you can't charge us. Because the ordinance 965 is ambiguous, he can explain it, he's
That's what I would like to hear, Mr. Hyatt.
Mr. Hyatt, could you chime in, please, on this issue?
Yes, I researched it.
Okay.
The way it should be interpreted, based on my research, is that if a person turns off their water meter, then they ought not to be charged anything for the period of time that the meter is off. We don't have charges that have been approved by the city in ordinance to charge for meters that are off. Now, if the meter is off for 6 months or more, then in order to turn the meter back on, the customer has to pay the $200 dormant fee. If they turn the meter off, say for 4 months, and turn it back on, then they don't pay the regular charges because their meter is not operational, and they don't pay a dormant fee. So it's really pretty simple. They either have the meter off for 6 months or more, or they have it off for less than 6 months. In either case, they don't pay anything for the period of time that it's off, but if it goes over that 6 month period, then they have to pay the dormant period, fee. Now, there's no provision in the code for what some people are calling a ghost fee. So that's something the administration would have to work out, but there's nothing in the code that addresses that.
But you should at least pay a turn on and turn off fee, turn off and turn on, however, whichever way you want to go.
No, you're liable for the normal, disconnect and reconnect fees.
You're liable for that.
Yeah, you have to pay that, yes.
So at least $50 then. Okay.
And it's a pretend, they don't actually go out and turn it on and turn it off, they just pretend, that's why they coined it ghost.
So then why are you afraid of it freezing if it's on anyway? It's not gonna freeze.
It's on in the summer, not in the winter.
You
because
said
it will
it's a
freeze.
pretend.
Am I wrong? Is
It's
this
a
where he
pretend
places so
on
much city time
and a
that it's
pretend
undoable?
off.
So they don't actually
So-
go and turn the meter on and off?
No, they don't, they pretend to turn it
So
on
they-
and off, so
She's
they
not
make
like
it
that.
actually.
She's on another
I don't care.
different
No.
lower level.
We understand. I don't care if they turn it on or off.
So just curious question, where's the deposit in all this? Because you have to pay a deposit on that meter, so does the city of Walsenburg just retain that deposit the whole time?
Yep, they have retained my deposit. And see, that's the thing, is that, like I said, I've been doing this since about 1991. Well, not really 91, when
Okay.
ordinance 1038 came about in 2013,
Yeah.
that's when they started with that.
We got your point. Let's try to move on.
Yeah, but we need total clarification.
Got it, just clarify it.
Yeah,
Well, I'm not so sure.
so you want, so we're going through the building, and we have found, Debbie has found customers that water has been turned off, but they're still being charged sewer fees, so those go away, correct? Except for Carmen's, we gotta keep Carmen's.
It's an irrigation tap.
Just looking at it from a business standpoint, as the city of Walsenburg has to maintain that meter and that service, they have access to water. So just to say we're not gonna get paid anything that whole time, I don't believe is correct.
Well, I think you need to change the ordinance though. I think you need to make a new ordinance is what you need, that's how you wanna address it. Like, we can't address it with what's in place, but you,
Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit of the devil's advocate with Mr. Hyatt. I'm saying, once you pay for your water tap, and you don't turn it off for at least 6 months, you're not entitled to the dormant fee, so you're still subject to the base fees. That's how I would read it.
well, that's what I'm saying, I think you just need to make an ordinance that's it.
Well,
And that's not what the
Mr.
ordinance.
Hyatt, you wanna comment?
what's probably required is for the council to decide what they want to do and then for us to modify the ordinance. Now, some cities charge
Availability of
what's the
service.
term? Well, no, they charge a demand fee. So if you have a meter that is off, then you are still going to, impose a demand on the system when you turn that meter back on. So you should be paying something during that period of time that it's off for that service. So some municipalities do that. Some municipalities address it by simply having an irrigation meter provision in the code. And Walsenburg does not have that. So that's another option. But really what you have is you have a situation here where before the ordinances became codified, I don't think anyone understood the problem. And so there are a lot of strange things going on. But now I think we have a pretty good idea of the issue, and the council probably needs to tell me what they want to do, and we can amend the code.
Yeah, I think we can incorporate that if we do something with these water rates, maybe at the same time, and clear that up.
Yes.
Yeah, if you can interpret that, I don't think it's fair to the city to supply a service and get nothing. The same token, why, you should be able to shut it off and not have to pay the base fees either, so. Let's clear it up when we clear up, if we're gonna change anything on the code, the water rate study. Is everybody all right with that?
Well, but so we're
So now you're working on stuff right now?
we're trying to clean up the building right now, so I need to, and what I would ask your permission to do is to, comply with what Mr. Hyde says for now, and then change, if you're gonna change it later, so that I can get the bills cleaned up to be compliant.
That's good. I think the code, even with Mr. Hyatt said, there should be at least an on-off fee, at least $50 then, so at least get that. That's what I heard, right, Mr. Hyatt?
That is correct. And I believe in my opinion, I indicated that the disconnect and reconnect fees still have to be charged.
And I pay that. Well, the on fee, because they don't actually go on and turn it on, so they don't need to turn it off, you know? But
All
yeah,
right, you got enough to keep going, to do your thing? You got anything else in your report?
I got a question.
Go ahead, Rick.
Okay, on, that, irrigation fee or irrigation tap, as you call it, when they turn it on for 6 months or whatever they're doing, if there's a house on that property that that meter is running to, they should be charged sewer fees. Because there's a house on that property that they could be using during that time.
But mine only goes from the meter to a foot so I can water my garden. So there's a house, but the lines do not go into the house.
But we don't know that, and everybody else probably has it set up to go into their house, so there needs to be something done there because they should be charged a sewer fee.
You should know that because the city should know where the water lines are.
Once it goes past the meter, once past the meter, we don't know.
Okay, that's a particular situation, let's focus on just a general overall rule that fits everybody.
And that's in ordinance 965, the house and the property and all that stuff, because it is very specific.
Okay, let's move on. Anything else thank you for your report?
All of your asks are on the agenda, correct? Everything in your report that you're asking for is on the agenda?
I believe
Okay.
so.
They're better, but you ain't having no more.
Yeah. And some of them are just
I'm
drafts.
just saying, like, there's no sense in asking questions about them if they're on the agenda.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry. Okay, we'll move on to, Public Works. Mr. Harriman is not here. Anybody got any questions? The only thing I see, they have been patching potholes, starting to look a little better. Glad they got this one across the street here, but Safeway passed before rain tonight.
Well, they've been doing street sweeping too, so, and I've seen some alley cleaning today, so. thank you.
Yeah, no, it's, for two guys, I mean, they're not doing too bad.
Is the city filling
Streets
the
and
potholes?
Huh?
Is the city filling the potholes?
Yes. Go ahead.
Are we still doing leaf from them?
In the fall, October, another one. They done one in the spring and then one
We're
in
still doing it, I see.
So, I
You have to
heard,
ask Mr. Herman.
so I heard that they're doing leaf and limb, but it has to be, like, they have to call it in and it's a $50 fee. That's what I was told.
That's what it's supposed to do.
But is that happening, do you know?
I do not, I know that he did pick up some about a week ago.
If it's off the free time, they're supposed to pay $50.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that's what I heard, but I just don't know if that.
So that's maybe what they're doing, but you'd have
Yes,
to ask.
thank you. It's being done.
It's being done? All right, we move on to the chief, Mr. Vanelli, you got anything to add to yours?
Yes, I do, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead.
Number 3, on my little report there. City prosecutor, I know we've talked about this in the past. 2 reasons for this. One is our case numbers are increasing. 2, we're having to send some of the non-traffic stuff to the county, which is in the citizens. If they get something, that's not traffic related, sign up the whole day because the county document is pretty full. Whereas we could write it into the municipal, and they could come in here, go in front of the judge, litigate with the prosecutor, or have the prosecutor talk to them like it does in most courts. It's, they don't have, citizens don't have to take a full day off of work. Municipal court doesn't usually last that long. Whereas in county, sometimes you can be sitting there, if any of us have ever been to a county court for any reason whatsoever, you could be sitting there, if your court back is at 8:30, you could not be heard until 10:30. Sometimes people have to take a whole day off of work, so that's the second reason for writing them in municipal. A city prosecutor, the officers can't litigate their own cases, they're just too, we just don't have the manpower to litigate our own cases and be in court, especially if they have 2 or 3 to do that. So a city prosecutor can offer some deals that officers can't and get accepted by the judge. Hypothetically, I don't know, like a simple assault or a harassment could be pled down in municipal court to whatever they decide, and it doesn't go on their record permanently, just helping the citizens of Walsenburg and freeing up the court system a little bit.
What I'd like to see is a breakdown of what that person's gonna cost and how this is gonna affect the budget.
I don't know how to do that, Mr. Mayor, because it's, I wouldn't really have a dog in the fight. Unless you wanted me to research law firms that would come down here and prosecute for, once or twice a month. Maybe Mr. Hyatt has some colleagues that would be willing to, like he can send me some emails with some names, but other than
I don't
just
think a municipal prosecutor could be some local attorney, or maybe something. Mr. Hyatt, does a local municipal prosecutor even have to be an attorney?
Yes,
They do?
yes, they have to be licensed to practice in the state of Colorado. The reason I don't do it is just because, when you entered a contract with me, we excluded that because of the amount of time it takes for me to travel down there and handle everything.
Is
it would be
it legal to do it by Zoom, or
No,
no? No?
and it would be a lot more efficient to have a local attorney serve as the prosecutor.
It's just something for you guys to think about. I mean, we are increasing in case numbers, even traffic stuff. If they come to court, sometimes traffic citations, speeding tickets are pled down to, they pay the same amount if they come to court, but instead of having a speeding 10 to 19 on their record with DMV, they plead it down for defective vehicle or something to that effect, where it would benefit not only the citizens, but it'll help us here. Because we are increasing in case numbers. I think we're pretty close to 500, and so we're well over 100 cases pulled a month.
And then code enforcement and
The code
animal
enforcement,
controls both under your, and so that'd be everything under that court.
it could be that simple, yes.
So, if there are any fines or any, like, judges that are, so if it goes to county court, that money goes to the county, versus if it comes to the city, the money comes to the city? So, I mean, that alone, there's gonna be revenue there that's actually being lost to the county, right?
Correct.
And so with that said, if this were able to happen, would we have to increase court, since we only have court once a month at this point?
I don't think we'd have to, well, if they want a trial, then yes, but our judge is doing it, he's here the whole day now. So our judge, had told me at one point that he could do all the arraignments in the morning and the trials in the afternoon. But that would change if let's say you're the defendant and you say you want to have time to consult with an attorney. Obviously, we have to set it for the next month, but he still thinks he can do it even with a prosecutor all in one day.
But a lot of these would likely more be pleas than
Yeah,
what's
I mean, it
actually
could be.
there. So I mean, that would be kind of the other savings, is that there wouldn't be a trial, it would probably plea down if there was a prosecutor that was in the city's hands.
Correct. So just for example, 171.20 speeding ticket for going 10 to 19 over, would, if they come to court, if they don't pay within the 20 days and they come to court, there's court fees added to that, whatever the judge's court fees are, I think it's $25 or $35. So now you're paying upwards of close to 200 for a 10 to 19 because you chose to come to court. But the same fees would be paid, but they wouldn't potentially not have a speeding violation on their driving record because it could be pled down to something lesser. But the prosecutor, that's something that they would work out with the judge.
So this also help with code enforcement in some of those cases to, I mean, instead of like this just ongoing thing, like that, there can actually be some little charges applied to some of these code enforcement. I mean, that
We do.
alone is, I'm all on board.
Like, what do you run court now, once a month?
Once a month, it's the last Monday of the month, yes. And it goes from 8:30 till whenever he's done. Luckily, I mean, we haven't
So
had a lot
we'd
of.
have to find somebody to do once a month kind of thing, local attorney maybe? This, I wouldn't be against putting an ad out, see if somebody wants to do it.
I mean, I know it's gonna cost us. I mean, attorneys cost money. I mean, car repairs cost money. Everything costs money. But I don't want, as we increase, I don't want to, get into next year and not have a prosecutor that's willing to, so.
And I'm sure there's a bunch of laws against taking a cut on what you bring in. That was a joke.
Just.
It's called
No, let's
fine,
try
Gary,
it.
it's
You
called
get-
fine.
I know.
But I thought it would help out,
Yeah.
the citizens too.
Is council agreeable to see if we get a bite?
I think it's worth looking into, see what the cost is and what.
Yeah. Okay.
And then our talking with the cop last Wednesday was pretty successful. We had, some of us, some of the ED here, we had 7 troopers that came down, a Parks and Wildlife guy showed up, EOW. So she actually invited a lot of people, so it was good. I mean, there were citizens in and out, kids in and out, but, it was successful. We'll try to do it every month or every other month, different locations.
Are you got some kind of campaign going for the bond issue, sales tax issue?
Word of mouth. I mean, I'm trying to hold some town halls, but,
I think to make it go, we're gonna have to start.
I understand.
Okay.
And I'm really trying to get out and talk to people, and people are really happy with, the service that we're doing for the most part. There are some that aren't, but I can't please everybody. So,
Well, and
we're trying.
And I think just that you have presence at every conference is something we haven't had, and that you participate in the E911, which we didn't have anybody there at that either. So, I mean, I thank you for, bringing at least that awareness so that we do have law enforcement, and they are making a difference.
I'm getting a lot of compliments, and there's always those little ones out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get both sides.
Anything else for the chief, or chief, you got anything else?
No.
Anything else?
You have something on the agenda too, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
If you want me to.
We'll deal with that when we get to it.
I'm just waiting.
Okay. Citizens' comments, who's first?
Carmen.
Good evening, Carmen Laura, L-A-R-A. Couple things, I was wondering, and you probably noticed it, but this has come up time after time, the traffic situation in Walsenburg. Kind of hard to get out of a street one sometimes. I know CDOT did a study and put a couple of lights where people can pass, but it didn't solve the problem of our traffic. I know sometimes I have to go up and around, or up and left so I can turn this way. So, is there anything being done about trying to figure out how to time the traffic or something? I don't know what will be done, because we do have almost 2 million cars, I think, that go through Walsenburg, every year. So, I mean, it's great if you can catch speeders, but it's just for Walsenburg, I mean, trying to get through streets and all of that. Even when you have M train too, of course, creates a problem, but there's not a whole heck of a lot we can do about that. But,
CDOT takes care of the traffic control lights. They do the light.
I know,
Because
but,
it's a highway, it's their highway.
I know, but there's got to be something else that we can do to time them different, or make them flashing red lights or something, so you get the traffic back and forth, no roundabouts, but, to get the traffic through quicker instead of them lining up all the way through the track sometimes. So, I mean, I gave you a couple suggestions last time of what I thought maybe could be done, but I don't know how feasible they are. And of course, like you said, you have to go through CDOT to get them approved. So, I don't know how long that would take either. There's a couple of things that are still unresolved, I guess you could say, like Martra, Spanish Apartments, the Fremont Old Castle. Is there any update on any of that stuff?
Mr. Hyatt, can you address any of those? These are all legal issues.
Well, I can address the, what's called the Martra property, and the current owners have put that up for sale. And once, assuming they can sell it upon sale, the city will get 100% of the money that's owed. And that's going to be faster than the city foreclosing and then the city trying to sell the property. So they are working on it. It's been listed with a real estate agent, and they're trying their best to get it sold.
And we you can't comment on the other two?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the other two.
Fremont?
And Marshall, not Marshall.
Free,
Then,
the Fremont Old Castle matter is being litigated, and I can't comment on ongoing litigation.
okay, thank you. Also, I noticed there are possibly two finance jobs.
3 minutes. Go sit down.
So being that we're so close to getting a finance director, hopefully, and not an accountant,
Better wrap it up.
CPA, well, I was wondering why we want to bring Mark Allison as well, because that would mean 2 jobs, and 2 people getting paid for it, instead of just hiring the finance director and going from there. Because, you know, nobody really knows what the budget's like, so you don't have any true figures.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dan Spolmer.
Greetings all, hello Nick, Ron, Mayor. My question is simple, what's the status of the animal shelter? And I don't think any of you know, so Chief, how many animals are out there presently and what's the condition? And is it PACTA compliant?
Yeah, it's definitely compliant, but.
So it'll pass the next inspection?
Animal shelter is predominantly, since I've been here, has been under the administration part.
How many dogs are out there right now?
There's 3 out there right now.
3, okay. Is there any plan for this city to move forward with this obsolete shelter and move to a different solution perhaps?
We know we have to do something with the current building for sure. Where
Actually,
they
I
house
think-
the dogs isn't too bad, you know, my understanding.
I think the present building is not, salvageable.
The kennel,
I think you're
the
gonna
kennel
tell-
or the other building?
Excuse me?
The kennel or the,
Well, the animal shelter.
yeah, the other building? Okay.
I have been, you know me, I've been involved with this for years. And the thing is, now, I don't wanna bring that all up again, but what I'm saying is, I don't think that building can be salvaged up to standards. It's old, it's decrepit. And I would offer my services and my conversation and advice to the council and to the chief, to come up with another solution. And there are other solutions. So, that is all I wanna say tonight.
Well, we'll listen to them, sir.
Reach out to me. I'd be happy to meet with any and all of you. But it's good to know there's 3 out there, and they are PACTA compliant, as the chief said. That's all I really care about. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Next,
D-May Sandoval.
you were the first one in here, you didn't say anything.
I waited. DMA Sandoval, GPD, and AES, and we'll get it out, and then mayor, council, city administrator, Volusia. My comments tonight, I would like to direct to Chief Finale. I don't want to turn and speak just for the sake of the, microphone. On 8/11, Chief Finale was notified by Gal Harper about 2 guys from Crestone who planned on infiltrating our peaceful protest. He was notified by her with a video that they had put out there stating that they would come to incite violence and asking others to join in and bring armor and mace. The chief had the names of those 2 men of their plan was. The video clearly stated they would be coming to incite violence. I'm not a police officer, but I can tell you from common sense, as an officer of the law, if I knew that 2 people, even though they told for many to join them, were coming to my hometown community to cause problems, I, as a law enforcement officer, obligated to uphold my oath to serve, protect, and honor, would plan accordingly to stop that proposed threat. Did you, Chief Finale, investigate the perpetrators? You had plenty of time, 4 days. Did you find out what vehicles they had registered in their names? You had both gentlemen's names. Would you have alerted officers to watch for the vehicle or vehicles? They had to come from either, sorry. They had to come from either side of the bridge, 2 places to monitor. Sounds pretty easy to me, but who knows, I'm just a woman with an opinion and a voice. I've seen communications from Jeff Winsett, which I have shared with the chief. Jeff said they had the cops on standby. I have that proof. They had the cops on standby. I've stated all along I would not go along with the naysayers against you. I wanted to see for myself. There have been several instances of assault on our protest group. The easy way out for you has been to issue citations to both people, even though people within our group were the victims. Whistles pulled out of their mouth, people coming up on us and getting in our space and touching us. I 100% believe you now, Chief and Emily, that you will support ICE. Those were your words in your office to myself and another witness. Those words came to fruition on Friday. No, these weren't ICE agents, but they were on the same side as ICE, your side. I've stated up until this last incident, I would give you the benefit of the doubt, would not go along with the prosecutors, that you changed my mind. I saw it with my own eyes. You're here to serve and protect who you want. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
That's it.
That's it. We're up to the presentations, and up first is Alicia Bryant with 4-H. Hello.
Mayor, council, I'm not really good at public speaking, so I have a quick speech tonight. Mr. Bryant and I would like to give a brief description of our local Walsenburg 4-H Columbine Club and the many benefits it provides our youth. Also, to extend a thank you to the many who contributed to the annual 88th County Fair and auction. This being our son's first year raising a chicken for market and our first attendance of the animal auction, we were not exactly sure what to expect, but expected that Charlie take this opportunity to show us something about 4-H agricultural way of life. The experiences our children have gained throughout the years include everything from shooting sports to proper parliamentary procedure and so many other areas, each bit of it contributing to a better future through leadership training. At 15 years old, Charlie has knowledge of correctly handling the chicken, caring for the animal, the ability to create an expense and budget report, receipts included. He has been introduced to the idea of networking and has a fond appreciation for the civic-based activities this group provides. To see individuals, organizations, and businesses come together for the purpose of supporting local youth was beyond noble. Then, to consider the work ethic created, the goals set and accomplished prior to and after fair, as well as the opportunity to obtain those goals through their own perseverance. This is a village selflessly supporting a better way of life by way of agricultural education. I don't have words for that, but am indebted to all who contributed to the event, 4-H Council, as well as our Columbine leader, Ms. Cheyenne Grable. Tonight, I would like to recognize Mayor Bazzani for his generous contributions towards our Huerfano County 4-H youth. Your generosity has helped so many of Huerfano County's 4-H members achieve goals that benefit an entire community. To attest to that last point, Mayor Bazzani himself is a former 4-H member. Mayor Bazzani made sure Walsenburg youth were rewarded for their efforts, and for that, as a proud Columbine 4-H parent, I cannot thank you enough for supporting Walsenburg's future leaders.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed all of it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next is Mr. Schoolater. We'll start out with Carl and I met a couple times, once in person. Colorado, I think, passed some laws on gun ranges, and
provide fire training to get your permits, and the cops gonna be all this, and blah, blah, blah. So I believe our administration and police force supports you. I'd like to explain it, you know way more about this than I do. If you could just.
Yeah, basically, because of state laws and things that I that you just alluded to, we would like to, look at doing something that's a gun range. The state law, you have to have range time, you have to get a concealed carry permit, just to be able to purchase certain firearms, you need to be able to have anywhere from 8 to 12 hours of schooling, and then, also range time for that. And so what we've been talking about for quite a while is trying to put up a gun range in the county, and we've come to one of the ideas of utilizing the city ranch property on the north side.
Oh, gosh. They bored me enough. Boring. But we got to see a couple of the comments go down. Yeah. What do you guys think? I think they're trying to keep us out. That's what I think. That's alright. Oh, we got some rain going on. That's nice. Nice rain. Alright, yeah, I had to get out of there, guys. I appreciate you guys being in here. I can only sit through those meetings so long. Get boring. Listening to all the propaganda. You know? So. Check out the chat. What is Dave T? What up, what up? Oh, I only go there because they love seeing me, Dave. They fucking love it, dude. So. They wouldn't know how to act if I didn't show up from time to time. Good to see you, Canadian. Man. Telling you, man. I just like don't want to hear the shit, you know? Just go on and on. Like, did you guys hear, like, resolution to anything? So, and they're gonna be talking about their staff building picnic and shit. Right? Type of shit like that. Look at it, look at it rain though. It's nice. We need the rain. For sure. Just sit here and watch the rain. Some wind too. Yeah. Look at that rain. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Everybody came in, checked it out. If you get into this kind of stuff, government accountability, cop action, city meetings, stuff like that, subscribe. Pretty close to that 10,000 subscriber mark. Yeah, this one could be Huntington, but they're in the same boat as Aguilar. It's just, we haven't exposed that far yet. I've tried giving them a chance to figure it out before it goes that far, but they're just being resistant. There's a lot of money missing here too, so. A lot of money missing. And they do all this kind of stupid shit, right? Try to keep the people from holding them accountable. That's the Trinidad PD just pulled up. I wonder what they're doing way up here. Yeah, rampant. Exactly. And all we can do is just document it, right? So, small group of us that do it, we'll keep doing it. Also, they're dropping them off to that unit. That must be a Trinidad unit too. Just parked it there. So. It says Trinidad and Ghost letters on the side. That's a different county that Trinidad's in. And then here comes, that's the ambulance district, and there's another one, quick response team from the ambulance. They must have probably had to park here to deal with a call or something. And now they're heading out. It's a lot of rain. Look at it just flowing. This Colorado. I'd rather watch the rain than watch that meeting, guys. Sorry. Yeah, that's typical, right, Huntington? These guys here are millions in debt. Like, defaulting on debts and shit. What was it, earlier this year, or maybe it was last year? They were gonna default on the water loan that they had out or something like that. It had to come up with like $1 million. Yeah, that's just what they needed. $250,000. $250,000 truck. I just want to show you guys something. This is how we're living in Walsenburg, Colorado, okay? I'm sure no one cares. Right? Just how we're living, y'all. And I'm guessing that's why they have all these signs. They don't want any of that. You like that, Chimichanga? They need your money. You guys all send some money to the town of Walsenburg. They need you to help them out. For sure. Make checks payable to the city of Walsenburg. Mail it in. Look at their flags on the ground. The flags on the ground. So, holy shit, the door just blew right open. The doors don't even stay closed around here, guys. So they got this little sensor here too, so they can see when you're here and when you're not. So, I might be going back in there to the meeting just, man, I can't only sit there for so long. What's up, Keeper? I'm training inside. Yep, there goes the door again. They're probably gonna think it's me dinging the door because of that thing. But it's not really me dinging the door. I'm just watching this leak. Yeah, I seen that, Savage. You couldn't hear nothing. These guys' audio, they stay jacked up on purpose. Look, there goes the door again. Ghost door. Oh shit. There goes that door too. Ghost door. Dang. I don't know, guys. Do we want to go back in there or do we want to end it? Yeah, but we're past the public comment, John. So, how are they going to speak? On Zoom. Yeah, it's on Zoom, guys. Walsenburg city meeting is on the Zoom. So people could watch it there if they want. I can go back in there, but yeah, they jumped right past the Zoom. I've seen that. They don't want to hear about those people, I suppose. So. But, I don't know. If you want me to go back in there, I guess I'll throw one in the chat. If we should end it, put it 2. Let's see what happens. I mean, I can go back in there and sit for a little while, see if they're talking about. I know they're talking about an employee picnic. I know that was on the agenda. This side's leaking too. It's just pouring right in. That's crazy, right? Well, we got more 1s and 2s, right? Shoddy government, bro. Straight up. Alright, we'll go back, see what they're talking about. Door's locked. So I guess we ain't going back in, guys. They locked that shit. They said no entry. So, well, this thing's dinging again. Ain't even nobody out here. So yeah, we're not going back in there, it looks like. But we'll just end it out. Look at this. This is just ridiculous, guys. They're leaking all over up here. It's crazy. Just crazy. Alright. Well, I do appreciate you guys all being here. Everybody that came in. All the thumbs up. Yeah, at least the door's locked. I don't have to go back in there. I'll go ahead and get on my way. Finish up my day. Thanks again. We appreciate everybody. Yeah, Aguilar meeting. Yep, the Aguilar meeting's going on. You guys could check that out. They have their own YouTube, I heard. Also. So, Tom Aguilar, Colorado. Alright, y'all. Appreciate you. Catch you on the next one. Stay safe. Enjoy your week.